Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Boogie 2988 coming at you live once again, and we're going to do a little more duels with planeswalker today because it was heavily requested. Now, if you haven't seen the previous video or you don't know how to play Magic the Gathering, you can check out the previous video or the Wizards of the Coast website or the channel. A lot of different ways to learn how to play Magic. The previous video that I created give you an idea, and you can also learn by watching here. I'm going to presume that if you're watching this video, you have a basic understanding of the games, of how lands make mana and mana makes spells, and you can go on and kill your monsters. Last time as you can see, I've defeated them since then, but last time we played against Talron, and Talron stomped us, and we played the green deck. So that's what we're going to do again this time. We're going to play the green deck, and we're going to stomp Talron this time, I'm hoping. Or maybe he'll make me look like a fool again. Now, a lot of people were saying in the channel last time, of course, green has a pretty strong weakness to flyers, and that's true. And if you look at this hand, I don't really have a lot to deal with a bunch of flyers, and I'm going to get started pretty slow. My first spell's on turn 3, but then I start making some big monsters after that. So yeah, I'm going to draw a new hand there. This is better because it's got some early plays and it's got some removal for a good flyer, so we're going to keep that. Mulliganing is a very important part of Magic the Gathering. As Kenny Rogers once said, you got to know when to hold them, you got to know when to fold them, you got to know when to walk away. Look at this. He plays an 0-4. Oh, jeez, and we've got a bunch of 3-2s in our hand. I can't believe that. It's going to be an issue, but alright, well, we'll eventually pound our way through it. Maybe we'll get some pump action going as well. Of course, we got the kudzu, so if we draw a couple good lands. He's sliding a hand, setting up his library there. He's off to a much better start than we are, but we will endure. We'll get this kudzu down so that we can start growing him pretty quickly. I'll have a 3-3 kudzu next turn. 2-2 kudzu. He's a 1-1 to start. For some reason I always thought he was a 2-2 to start, but I guess I am mistaken. Maybe it would have been better to play Garrick's Companion. There's his 3-1 Flying Drake, which, as someone pointed out last time, can't block creatures with flying. As you can see, without flying. He's what they call a high flyer. So he can only block other flyers. Now we're going to get Garrick's Companion down here. And we're going to try to be a little tricky here. Yes, we all know how trample works, don't we? Maybe we don't. Maybe we need a quick explanation, but we'll do that when it becomes relevant. We're going to get the kudzu in. And if he's smart, he's not going to block. Because if he does, I'm going to be able to fight it for the finish. Yeah. Now, as much as I think, I have to stop and think here for a second. Do I want to finish off that 0-4 and try to kill him from the ground? Or do I want to save that for that 3-1 flyer? And this decision here, we'll both be able to go back and look at the replay eventually, but this decision here could very theoretically, very easily change the entire outcome of the game. But I think in this case, we're absolutely going to have to get rid of that 0-4 wall. It's not even a wall. It could attack if you enchanted it. But I don't think we can beat him to death. I don't think we can race him. Especially if he's got a summons on this turn. Let's see if he does. 3-1 flyer comes in. Of course, I can't block it because I have no flyers. I get bit for 3 and go to 17. And yep, there's a summons, just like we can predict the computer to do on planeswalker mode. Planeswalker difficulty, he almost always has those 2-2 flyers. Now in my hand I do have a Baloth, which will allow me to gain 4 life, and it's a 4-4. I don't think he's got anything that can make me discard because he's mono blue, but next turn I should be able to play it, gain 4 life, and try to race him a little bit here. Hopefully we'll get some blocking. Yeah, that's exactly what I want. That's exactly what I want at this point. I need to clear the skies as best I can. And, of course, my trample damage does finally does finally work out to my favor. Like it says, even though my creature with trample was blocked, it dealt more damage than was needed to destroy the creature blocking it. Therefore, the extra damage was dealt to my opponent. Trample is a great ability, and it's one you commonly find in green on the biggest dudes. So my 3/1 versus these 3/2. If he doesn't cast another summons here or something similar, I think we can. I think we can establish if we draw land, which we may not do. And there's that fog bank I'm always so worried about with this deck. It's very, very difficult for green to deal with that. Of course, I can trample over that fog bank, which is a good thing right now. So let's see, we'll deal... It'll assign 2 points of combat damage to the wall. The third point will be dealt to the player. That's one of the trickier parts of Magic. Very difficult for people to really comprehend when they're new to the game. But you assign what would be lethal damage. Of course, he counters my Baloth. Counterspell is one of the most frustrating parts of the game. Something I've never really enjoyed. Something that's always been very, very frustrating for me. Never been a big fan of it. Alright, so 3 points of damage coming in. I'm looking at my hand and remembering what Primal Crux does. This guy is excellent. If I can play him next turn, which I should be able to do. And nope, because he is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana, and I have nothing that cost 5. Oh boy, we're gonna lose this one again. I don't want to lose anymore on my YouTube channel. I like to win. Nobody wants to watch you lose. That's not fun for anybody. But let's believe in the heart of the cards. Isn't that what they say in Yu-Gi-Oh? Just gotta believe in the heart of the cards. You got this, fella. You just gotta believe in the heart of the cards. Come on, Yugi. I will shove that 3/1 Drake up his ass if he keeps bringing that over here. Alright, here we go. Now here's a land. So now who should I might be better off playing the Rampaging Baloth this turn. He's gonna be a little smaller. Oh no, he's gonna be a 6/6 trample. That would be an 8/8 trample, but I have the option of making a beast the next turn when I play a card. Of course, I guess, since I don't have a land in my hand to play this turn, I guess it makes more sense, since I'm not going to get a free creature out of it, I think it makes more sense to go and try to drop him now. Of course, he's going to have a counter spell, I just have a feeling. Nope. Good. Counter that, you prick. Now, for those of you who are keeping track of whether or not I wasted my fight card, my, what was it called? My Prey Upon. And I could have taken out that 3/1 Drake on the next turn. You do the math. If I'm going to lose this game, you'll know right here, right now, why I lost. It's because I threw away a very good card. And I would have done less damage for sure. Excellent, excellent. This is looking good now. Here he goes. I'm at 5. So we're going to swing in here. Oh yeah. Go ahead. Block and take a metric truckload of damage. Alright, so now we have the option of playing the land and playing the Avengers Zendikar, which is another landfall ability. Something I don't think we're interested in doing. We wouldn't be able to do this turn because we have to drop that land to play it. We can play the Baloth this turn, and hopefully it doesn't get countered. Does not get countered. We get to play a land, and we get a free 4/4 beast for this landfall ability. Very cool ability. Love that card. So we're in a very good board state right now, except if he's got a second one of those, we're in trouble. All of his flyers get +1/+1. Oh boy. Oh, all he needs is 1 extra point of damage this turn. Oh, what a race. What a race. Alright. Bring it. Now there is just a huge list of things that a blue deck can do here. It could have an unsummon effect that could return one of my creatures to my hand and win the game. It could have one that well, I guess that's pretty much the biggest thing to worry about here. Well, There's only one way to find out. Get in there, boys. Come on. Hit him. Stop trying to hit him and hit him. Oh, and down. Towering goes. -9, -12. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are the beast within. Ooh, kind of a close game. And all the way down to 1. It's very, very exciting. It's funny, I've been playing this game for 18 years. Not Duels of the Planeswalker, but Magic the Gathering for 18 years. And the game can still be very, very exciting. And for some reason, that was for me, getting all the way down to 1. And look, I unlocked a new achievement, near-death experience, for doing that. So, screw you, Talron.